So we all know about the wishing well, right? You get a coin, a penny, a nickel, a dime, whatever, a coin, silver dollar. You make a wish, you hold it and make a wish, and then you throw it in the well right behind you or in front of you. Why do we do that? Well, I'm sure history will tell us something about why we do that, where it came from, all that stuff. On an esoteric level, energetic level, this is why it's done. A coin is usually made up of some sort of metals or something like that. Metals actually hold energy. Well, I'll say this. Things, we think people hold energy, but things also hold energy. However, metal and things of that nature are actually really good conductors of energy. In the same way, like when you're cooking something and you may not use a fork or a spoon, right? A silver fork, silver spoon. You might use a wooden fork, wooden spoon, right? Because we know that the metal, it's a really good conductor of heat, right? Whereas wood isn't that great, So you can cook with the wood, know that the wooden spoon, wooden fork, that won't get very hot. But if you use a metal one or a silver one, it will, right? Because it's a really good conductor of heat. The same way metals and silver, those are really good conductors of energy. Not saying that wood is not or other things are not, but it's really good. So you have this coin, right? So you're holding it, you make a wish. So when you hold this coin, as you're making your wish, that's creating a thought form. That's creating a certain energy behind it. As you're thinking about it, as you're making this wish, holding this particular coin, it holds a thought form, and then when you throw it in water, two things are happening. One of the keys, because there's many keys, so people will say, oh, this is the main key to manifestation. This is the main key to, towards the secret. There is no main key. There are many keys. One of the main keys of manifesting and getting what you want and desire is the ability to let it go. Did I say something? The ability to let it go. So put in your wish, put in your ask to the universe, and then let it go. Go about your business, do what you're going to do, live your life. And trust the universe will bring it to you in the right way at the right time. Because think about it. What's the best way to fly a kite? Is it to run with the kite, run with the kite, run with the kite, run with the kite, and never let it go? No, at a certain point, you can run with the kite for as much as you want to, as long as you want to. But then the kite is never going to fly until you actually let the kite go, right? You're still holding on to the string, but you let the kite fly. You got to let it go. Same thing for our manifestation, right? We have to put in our request and then let it go. So when you throw the coin, that's an act of actively letting go, like physically letting go of the wish and desire. So that's one. Number two, water. You know that we're made up of a lot of water. Depending on your makeup and stuff, between like 65 to 80% water. That's us, humans. The earth is also made up, mostly water. I think it's around the same thing, like 75% water is what the earth is made up out of, right? So we're deeply connected to earth, deeply connected to water, since most of our makeup is water, most of the earth is water. So we really have this deep connection to water. And I found for myself, this isn't really talked about a lot within manifestation circles. I find for myself that when I think about something, when I try to manifest something, that after I do a manifestation, like thing I want to do, or a prayer, for example, then if I go to do something with water, I take a shower, I wash my hands, I find that whatever it is I want will come to me. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Something with water. Water has the ability, because there's a flow to water, right? There's a flow, there's an ease. So water has this ability to bring to us what we need and desire with a sense of ease, a sense of flow. Also, since, again, our body, our chemical makeup is deeply connected to water, there's a flow. right? So our water is flowing into the water that we're using, right? So there is this sense of flow, this sense of ease, but also water in the same way. Water holds energy. It has the ability to hold energy. So it's like double holding energy. So you have this coin that you're making a wish, right? You're throwing it into the water, right? The water also holds energy. And then you have this aspect of letting go, throwing it in, letting it go. Letting the coin hold the energy, the thought, letting the water hold the energy and the thought, the ability to throw it and let it go. But then also, because water has that flow, it has the flow and the ease to then come to you. So throwing things in a wishing well is amazing. It can really do things. But here's the thing. Wishing well is different than a wishing fountain. Wishing fountain's good too, because you think about it, in a fountain, there is flow. There's a flow of water, right? In a well, there is also still some sort of flow of water as well. But when you have a lot of people, because, you might see a fountain or whatever, and there's a lot of coins in there, right? So obviously a lot of people have their thoughts, right? And they're throwing it in the fountain or in the wishing well, right? Here's the thing about energy, is that the flow and energy or the vibration of something is that within itself. So sometimes if you focus on too many things at one time, you don't get the desired result. In the same way, if you're multitasking on so many different things at one time and not really focusing on one thing, right? The things you're multitasking on, they all become sloppy, they all become unfinished, they're not necessarily as clean or as thorough as they can be, opposed to you focusing on one thing, right? That one thing is clean, it's thorough, it's good, it comes, in a really good way. Opposed to trying to do so many different things at once. People might say, I'm really good at multitasking. Up until a certain point. You can multitask doing 10 things at once. Especially, I've noticed people, when they're on their phone and they're texting someone or something, you try to talk to them, they don't hear anything you say. Nothing. Because the mind really has the ability, mind really can't multitask really well. It can multitask, but multitasking well, like using your energy for multiple things at 100%, it really can't do. It can do one thing at 100%, but multiple things is just kind of divvying up its energy. In the same way, you have a computer, laptop, right? You open one tab, computer runs well. 2, 3 tabs, 4 tabs, 5 tabs, okay, it still might run well, but it might take it a bit more time. You have so many tabs open, so many applications open, so many programs open. At a certain point, things are really going to slow down because it can only operate on one thing really, really well and really fast at a time. The same goes for us. We can focus on one thing really well at a time. Same thing goes for energy and vibration. So when people are throwing things into the well, you're kind of mixing in with other people's energy and vibration. Which isn't necessarily a good thing, because that means that maybe your wish may not come to you. However, if there is a fountain, if you're throwing a coin in a fountain where there's like consistent flowing water, because the continuous flow will help the energy of the coins, of the thought forms, of the manifestation things you want to bring in. It kind of helps it. It helps it to flow. However, if you were to make a wish, throw your coin into a fountain that has no coins, or into, a river that has no coins, the odds are that might come to you more easily than just throwing your coin into a well or a fountain with a whole bunch of other coins. Because that's only your energy. It's only yours. So the thing will come to you quicker because it's just that one vibration. This is why I sometimes tell people, when you pray, really have your focus and intention on one thing. Because when folks pray, sometimes they pray for this and for that and to help heal this person and help to get me get a new job or help this person, they're traveling. Not saying that those things may not necessarily come to fruition, but all those things you're praying for have different vibrations and different energies. This is why in the Bible or in pretty much any religious text, religious service, ceremony, there are usually prayers or affirmations for one specific thing. Prayer for protection, prayer for healing, prayer for manifestation, right? There are these different prayers for one thing. It's not all these things jumbled together in once, all in one. So I tend to tell people, if you're going to do some prayer, like do one prayer for one thing, and then maybe wait a bit, right? To let that energy, let that kite, let it fly, let the energy go, release it, and then come back and pray for something else. But not to pray for everything all at once. That's my view. That's my particular take on it, based off my experience, based off talking to other people, based off of the things that I sense in regards to energy and things. So take it or leave it. Essentially everything I say, take it or leave it. It's up to you. But these are all things based off of my interpretation, my experience, my truth. I'm just here to share certain things, maybe make you think and go, I haven't thought about it like that way before. Or this resonates with me, right? So wishing wells. That was the overall topic of this video, but started going into deeper things. So when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to prayers, maybe try to incorporate some water. The aspect of water, and pray for something, try to manifest, and then maybe just go and wash your hands to have that flow, Or maybe you might want to go to a river or a fountain, get a coin, throw something in, right? And then walk away, right? But that's the key, right? Really, this particular video is showing you 3 keys to really help enhance your manifestation. The first is an energetic charge. So whether you're wishing for something using a coin, whether you're praying and trying to tap into an energy or vibration, that's one thing. So it's really tapping into the energy of the vibration of it. Number 2, flow. We got to let it flow, right? Get some water. Water. I am from New York. Get some water, okay? You got to get some water, okay? Get some water, let it flow. All right, maybe try to use water within your stuff. Maybe after you're done with your prayers, manifestation, maybe wash your hands or whatever. Do something with water. Then 3, the aspect of letting it go. Again, you got to fly that kite, right? To fly it, you got to let it go and then move on with your life. So hopefully this has been helpful. Let me know in the comments below. I guess the 2 people that watch my videos, thank you. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. Take care. Bye.